beautiful Librans, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your singles love reading from mid-April right through to mid-May 2022. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about to pretend to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram, or Patreon. I'll never ask you for your credit card details, and I'll never ask you for personal details either. So if anyone masquerading as me asks you for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful. There's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Librans, this is your singles love reading. I'm going to get your overall energy first, and then I'm going to get a Celtic cross to see who or what is coming towards you, and then we'll take it from there, okay? Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Librans? What do they need to know? We've got the Empress energy, beautiful energy. That is your energy. It is a Taurus Libran card, and that is about knowing that you are enough. Also, you're going to be turning heads. You normally do, but you may not notice it as much as you will in the next 4 to 5 weeks, just so you're aware. Wow, we got the Emperor and the Empress. So loving that. We've got a match here. But male or female, this is not a gender-specific reading. It's all about the energy of the cards. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Librans? What do they need to know for their highest good? We've got justice. Finally, my beautiful Librans. A relationship that you truly deserve and desire, and one that gives back. It's in balance, it's in harmony, it's honest, it's open, it's true blue love here, okay? Now, you may have noticed in the past you dealt with people who are immature or were not ready to settle down. The Emperor energy in that particular position indicates that there's been a bit of a challenge with being in a relationship with someone. There's the Emperor right there, sort of planning for the future. And, you know, we got the 9 of Pentacles here. Now, this could also be your energy, my beautiful Librans, that you've, you know, held off settling down for a while. Although, you know, you're ready to get into a relationship and ready to love, at this time, you may be thinking about your career or your finances in some way, or you may be, you know, very self-sufficient at this time and be like, I don't need nobody. And you're absolutely right, you don't need nobody, but you want somebody. We got the Empress and the Emperor there for a reason, that there is a divine counterpart match coming on in for you. They want this above in the near future. We have 9 of Swords for the near future, so a little bit of anxiety, a little bit of tension. We'll see what that's about as we get to it. Your advice to yourself is wait. Okay, wait until you're ready. Wait for the one. You're not going to just take any old body that comes your way. You're waiting for the one. We got the 5 of Wands there. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please guide? We got the 8 of Wands, so there's movement in your love relationships. And we've got the Wheel of Fortune, so divine timing. You know, they asked me to go 2 more. So I will. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Librans? What do they need to know? We've got the World card, and we've got the 8 of Cups. So this is about walking away from emotionally draining situations or people that have no place in your life, okay? Walking away. What happens when a figure gets the 8 of Cups? It tends to mean that you're walking away from something. You're deciding to withdraw temporarily from looking for love. And that's when you're in the right place at the right time to meet the right person, okay? Because love often does not happen on our time. Whenever we're looking for love, it seems to elude us. We seem to not really find it. As soon as we take we put the brakes on and be like, you know what, actually, I'm just going to do me. That's when love just appears out of nowhere, okay? So your first card here is the Empress, and this is about knowing that you're enough. This is about creating a healthy space to receive love. So you're doing a lot of personal growth. Also, you are brimming with potential. A lot of people will be looking at you. You're going to be turning heads. There are lots of opportunities for you to meet your divine counterpart. Know that you are enough, and know that the best option for your heart is on its way for you. But it's about knowing that you deserve better when it comes to love, creating healthy boundaries, being a new version of yourself where, you're putting your own self-care first. Most important. Now, you're being very creative at the moment, my beautiful Librans, perhaps focusing on career or focusing on being your own boss or setting up your own business, getting connected as well to a little bit of creativity. The Empress is a very nurturing energy. So I feel like you are ready for love. You're building a life of comfort, of sensuality, of beauty. And you are very loving when it comes to relationships. And you may have... well, we got the Five of Swords here. So in the past, there may be some situation that a person played mind games with you, or there's some sort of energetic influence from a past situation that may still sort of, influence how you approach love right now. It doesn't mean you want that person from the past. Hell no. The Two of Wands indicates you've been waiting a long time for the right love to come along. And you're moving away from anything that causes trouble or imbalance. And I feel like you're following your heart, but there's something here deep down that's giving you a little bit of mental anxiety. So we'll see what that is when we get to it. But the Empress card is a really great starting position because it means you're ready for love. You're focusing on your own abundance and, material gain as well. And I feel like you are becoming the person that you always were, and you're blossoming, let's put it that way. Now we've got the Emperor. It's in the resistance position, so you may have dealt with people in the past who are a little bit less mature than you spiritually. Now the thing to remember is we all have our own journey. Okay, just because you're spiritually further along than the person you meet in a relationship, as long as they don't hurt you on purpose, of course, then we cannot really judge another person's journey. We can only try to empathize. And you're very emphatic, actually. You're the sort of person who has a lot of support for people. You love with wild abandon when you connect to that person. But it takes you a while. You become a little bit detached before you're about to fall completely in love. Okay? Because you weigh up all the pros and cons of being in love and committing yourself solely to a union. The Emperor energy, it's in the resistance position, so that can mean, that perhaps you felt that you were not ready to take a more committed path at this time. Perhaps you were feeling like you want to focus on your career, or you've dealt with people who had, for example, controlling natures, egos, and, you could never really see yourself settling down with those people, but you tried to make it fit. You tried to make it work because of love. Love makes us do strange things. But now I feel like you're meeting a divine counterpart here, okay? The Emperor and the Empress, I feel the challenge has been meeting your divine counterpart, the one that was meant for you, and here it is. So the challenge for the next couple of weeks there is to just keep vibing the way you're at. I feel right now you're just doing you, okay? And you're going to get a little bit of a surprise round about May time, where I feel someone just walks into your life and you're like, oh, I wasn't even looking for this. But I feel like you find what you've been searching for, okay? The Justice card in the outcome position tells me that this is good karma, okay? You've gone through a lot. You've battled when it comes to love, and justice is here to serve the order of the day. And I feel like, this card I've been getting a wonderful energy from it recently, this card, and I get different energies from it each time because I'm scrying in the water at the same time as doing your reading. And this card is giving me a sense of adjustment, adjusting one's life to make room and make space for the right person to come in and love and be loved. Okay, so I feel like you are ready to love and be loved, but slight resistance here with the Nine of Pentacles. You're very self-sufficient and may even be overworking yourself at this time. If you're retired, then of course I feel like there's just an energy here of you, doing a lot of soul work, really doing you, perhaps thinking about past situations as to why they did not work out, but not really wanting to dwell there, just wanting to learn the lesson of it, take the lesson with you, and vibe at a frequency to meet somebody who gets you, someone who's honest, someone who's open, someone who's true, someone who takes account for their actions, someone who brings balance, okay? This card indicates with the Emperor and the Empress that this is a destined relationship, a fated relationship. Destiny and fate are actually intervening to bring you that law of karma. There'll be a lot of synchronicities in your world in the next couple of weeks. Double numbers, names that you just like pop out of nowhere. They're actually showing me something which is really bizarre. But anyway, I'm getting like almost like a conversation that's coming through. So either you have just recently watched something, and I'm getting real itchy ears as well. So that's telling me that someone's going through some sort of allergic reaction. So if you've got an allergy today and it's really high allergy, then I'm picking up on your energy. If that's not you, of course, then there's nothing in this message. It just means that it doesn't mean there's nothing in this message for you. It means that they want that person to pay close attention to the reading, as their attention may have wavered, okay? But the itching in my ear, it can also mean to listen out for this, okay? So, and basically they're giving me like a conversation of someone talking about what do I call it? A time traveler, either documentary or story or something like that, something about a time traveler. So either you've just watched a time traveler documentary, or there was an advert for one that just came up, time traveler, or you're reading a book called The Time Traveler, Time Traveler's Wife, is it? I'm not really sure. But this new person that comes in, they talk about time travel, or they talk about a book that they're reading about time travel, or something that they've watched that's about that, okay? And that's when you know that this person is the one. I don't know why, but they're just showing me that conversation as that's an indicator of a conversation that gets instigated when you meet this person, okay? Because they're showing me, swords basically mean communication. So they're just showing me a conversation that you and this person will have within the first 3 to 4 meetings, dates, as you will, with this person, that time travel comes up. And either you or this person talk about a time travel documentary or something like that. Anyway, I'm going to leave that there because that's very precise, but they're indicating that's a very poignant moment, okay? Now we got the Emperor as your starting position. So you're focusing on yourself, you're focusing on your career. If you're retired, then you're focusing on, keeping yourself stable and interested in like hobbies and things like that. This card, the Emperor card, indicates you're coming from a position where you want to settle down. You want to find a divine counterpart. You want to plan for the future is what I'm getting here. Those of you who are already retired, for example, will still be planning for the future because you've got to be resourceful with your money. You got to keep life interesting. You're not just going to sit at home and like twiddle your thumbs and things like that. The Emperor energy here is also a card that represses emotion. Okay, so when it comes to love, there's this energy here where you're very independent, which is wonderful. Okay, now they just, I don't know if it came up there because I'm scrying, as I said. I just heard like people shouting. Lots of shouting. So if you just heard that, you maybe tuning into the frequency that I am. Perhaps there's shouting outside your window just as you're listening to this reading or something like that. I just heard lots of shouting. So if that's you, there's something in this message for you. Again, it doesn't mean it's not your reading if you didn't hear the shouting. It can mean it's like everything seems to be like listen. Someone like maybe shouting to be heard or something like that. So anyway, we'll move on. The Emperor energy is someone who is quite controlled in their feelings or their emotions. So right now, I feel like you're compartmentalizing life, okay? Where you're like, okay, right now, I'm focusing on finances. And it will be wonderful to focus on love, but right now, I'm doing me, okay? I'm really focusing on me. And that's actually making you feel, it's making you feel good about yourself, but it's also making you feel or look very attractive to others. Because when you're not seeking love, when you're not looking for love, it just has a habit of creeping up on you, and people are starting to notice you a lot, okay? You're going to start to notice in the next 4 to 5 weeks people noticing you, okay? The Emperor card indicates strength, leadership, pride, of course, order. Everything is in order here, and I feel like even though we've got a person coming on in here, I actually feel like there's someone, because this shouting is coming back. So I feel like there's someone who is shouting to be heard. It's almost like someone is trying to draw your attention to the fact that they kind of like you, okay? This person is going to come to you for advice. they're going to come to you for advice because they want to be close to you. They want to get to know you better. They actually do want the advice, of course, but they're trying to find ways to talk to you because you seem so independent and so self-assured that they're like, maybe you are not looking for a relationship. That's the energy that I'm getting here. I'm going to pull a quick card on that because there is someone new coming here. There's someone fated to be with you, but there's also someone already in your energetic sphere that is shouting to be heard. Okay. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please? King of Wands. This person may be Aries energy. I mean, this person's quite passionate and quite bold. So the Hermit. Okay. The Hermit in the reverse can also mean that, you know, they don't want to repeat, or you may not want to repeat a mistake or a past pattern with this person. I feel like there's a withdrawal from this person for a reason. Let me see why. Okay, you've given up on this. So this could be someone from your past. I mean, it could be, it looks like it could be an ex, right? This reading is about singles, new love. So I'm not really going to dwell on that. But there's someone coming through here that is trying to get your attention. Let's put it that way. And you've withdrawn. You've given up on this. You felt that this relationship is stalled and that, you know, it's time to quit that. You feel like it's not going anywhere. This person can be quite persistent. And whilst that is flattering, I feel like you're trying to move on from that. The Six of Swords tells me you're moving on from a situation that kept you waiting. So perhaps this person breadcrumbed you in some way, or, you know, came on strong, love bombing, and then sort of disappeared, things like that. I feel like they're red flags that you're really noticing because you're in Empress mode. The Nine of Pentacles here is the challenge. Well, the challenge is me picking it up in the first place. The Nine of Pentacles tells me that you're focusing on your finances. So you may have left little time because you've got a lot of responsibility on your shoulders right now. The Emperor energy can be all about responsibility, and you feel responsible to focus on finances, build a life of luxury, gain financially, and enjoy your wonderful self and the spoils of your labor. Let's put it that way. The Nine of Pentacles also tells me that you're looking for stability, but you're finding that stability in yourself first. I mean, I was talking to a friend of mine the other day, and the Nine of Pentacles just popped up in conversation. And my friend said, oh, that is the card of fabulousness. And that is, I was like, oh my gosh, I've never seen it. I mean, I see it like that, but I've never heard it sort of described that way. And my friend was right. So this is about you being absolutely fabulous, you know, enjoying yourself, enjoying your single life. You may want a love relationship. It may be at the back of your mind somewhere like, I'd like a companion. I'd like to have passion and all those things. But right now you've got another focus, okay? Now this card indicates as well that you've learned a lot when it comes to love. To remain independent, keep your wonderful independent energy. This is you being very self-reliant. Now, there's one thing I have to say about this, because the Emperor, you could have got any, there's two Emperors in this deck. This is a beautiful deck, the Tarot of the Mystical Moments by Katrin Wellstein. There's two Emperors in this deck, okay? Now this particular one has got like attachments, okay? Attachments to people. So whilst I do not feel like you have an attachment to a past situation, it may influence the way that you operate within relationships. So for example, if someone in the past breadcrumbed you, or it was a challenging relationship, you know, it may have made you guard your heart, and you have like a go-to pattern. As soon as someone starts to get close to you, you may withdraw and start to focus on career, finance, or give off this air of complete independence, like you don't need this person. So then the other person gets a mixed signal, okay? This card in this position indicates that there's a bit of workaholism going on, burying your head in the sand a little bit. Whilst I understand you have responsibilities and your focus right now cannot be on love for whatever reason, because it's going to be different for everyone, they're indicating you need to make space. That's why you got the card, the Justice card, and making adjustments, making space, making time to find love and make room for love in your heart as well, because you're lovable. And you deserve the love that you truly desire, and you're about to receive it. The Justice card is a card of cause and effect, okay? So the decisions you make The situations you put yourself in determine whether you're in a position to meet somebody new. So for example, if you're hiding yourself away, squirreling yourself away, working really hard to be resourceful and all of those things, but you're working so hard that you've got no energy left for you, or you've got no time left for you, or to look for love, or put yourself in scenarios to meet new people, then you got to ask yourself, are you on the run? Let's put it that way, because it's not that you're avoiding energy, and I don't want to point my finger at you, my beautiful Librans. We all do it from time to time. I'm just going to give you this piece of me because they're showing me an image. This is so weird. It's the first time I've ever seen an image of me in the water. But I know the time that they're referring to. So there's an image of me painting, let's put it that way. And I've gone through a very, very bad breakup. And I launched myself into work. I had 3 jobs at the time. I launched myself into work, and then when I came home, I launched myself into art, into painting. So literally, I was probably getting about 4 hours sleep a night, but it was because I was running away from my own mind. I was running away from my own heart, because if I thought for a second and stopped, all that heartbreak, all those thoughts of not feeling good enough, of not, the relationship, failing, losing everything. I lost everything within a space of a couple of months as well. Going through a challenging time. If I'd stopped and allowed my mind to, connect to my heart and really hear what it had to say, I was scared. I didn't want to hear it. So I filled my day. I filled my hours, I filled my seconds with things to do to keep my focus away from wanting to heal or find new love. That went on for many years, okay? And then I realized I was running. And suddenly I had an epiphany, like a tower moment where I was like, stop, get out of your comfort zone. You need to change this. So the only reason they're showing me that is because I feel like they're indicating here that you're focusing a lot on so many responsibilities. And of course, we're going through a very challenging period in humanity, so I get it. But they're saying, make some time to breathe, make some time for you, my beautiful Librans. And self-care is also about opening yourself up to love. It's not just about taking a bath or reading a book and having a glass of wine. It is about implementing healthy routines where you put your own needs first. You put yourself out there to connect to other people. We are social creatures, even though sometimes we're like, no, I'm done with humans. I don't want to have any time or to talk with those people. I just want to have my own space. But we are by nature creatures where we want to connect, okay? We want to reach out to each other. We want to show each other our hearts, but we feel afraid to do so, okay? Especially when we meet the right person and we meet the one that we feel this could be something big. So we withdraw. So that's the only reason I'm mentioning it, okay? The 5 of Swords below you indicates that there is an experience in the past. It's like a ghostly figure, a reminder of, how either you got hurt in the past by somebody, like a piece of you is missing, or you may feel like, you've lost that loving feeling. Gosh, I'm going to have to, for some reason it's got super hot here. That song is coming through, lost that loving feeling, okay? So I feel like they're trying to indicate how you're feeling right now, like a little bit numb, or, you've lost the desire perhaps to look for love because you're wondering what is the point. Well, with the 5 of Swords, this is about like mental conflict, overthinking, and it can be about self-sabotage, okay? So just be a little bit mindful of that. We all go through those phases. I call it more rather than self-sabotage, it's more like running away from something because you feel like you're going to be hurt. You protect your heart, okay? As you can see, this figure here has kept a piece of the past, and she has blossomed despite the pain. She's turned the pain to gain, but still the lesson remains. And sometimes that makes us feel a little bit guarded. So deep down here, there's a little bit of hesitancy to open yourself up to a great love relationship. Now, a lot of you are going to be like, no, Baba, I've done the work. But the 6 of Swords tells me you're still moving out of an emotionally draining phase. You're transitioning into being ready to receive love. The Hangman says you're in limbo. You're in that pause sort of energy. And the Two of Wands in the past indicates you've been waiting for a while. This has been going on a long time. So you've been processing some deep wounds. Now, even if you've been single all your life and never been in a relationship, this Five of Swords can also be about loneliness, the expectation of wanting to meet somebody and vibe and, have the same, goals and dreams in a love relationship, but they never got realized, okay? And still you blossomed and bloomed and tried to, be your wonderful self, but the Two of Wands tells me it's waiting energy, okay? The Two of Wands is also a very positive card because it's expectation, okay? A yearning. There is that desire to be stable because she's sitting on a house there. The world is in your hands. The Two of Wands always reminds us all that the world is within our hands, okay? So we have to make a decision to put ourselves in a situation or a scenario to find love, okay? I always say this to my friends and everything like that. If you're at home in your homebody, great. But if you want to meet somebody, get yourself on the internet or something like that. Or get yourself out to an event like, a class for you where you learn something, or a hobby where you are putting your passions into something and people can just see you come alive. You're not like pimping yourself out there to find somebody. You're doing something for you, and that takes the pressure off, because a lot of people go, oh, I've got to go out dating now, and that puts a lot of pressure on people to sort of like want to look their best, do all the things, has an expectation of wanting to meet the one, and then they get disappointed. But if you're doing something for you, like a hobby, or you're learning something, learning a language, or learning how to do pottery or jewelry classes or whatever, you're actually putting yourself out there to do something for you, and someone is going to notice you shining. That person that's meant for you, the Wheel of Fortune, is actually going to put you in the right place at the right time to meet this person, and it's going to be beautiful, okay? The Two of Wands, as I said, you've been waiting for a while, but in that time, you've not just been waiting, you've been mapping your personal progress. This card indicates you're aligning yourself with the universe to bring the universe is going to bring you what you need. So, you've been working out what it is you want. You've been working out what it is you need in relationships, and you're engaging more deeply and envisaging something new. That's what this the Two of Wands indicates, envisaging something new. The Three of Wands is actually the expansion of opportunities that come towards you that you've been envisaging in the first place. This is almost like wishing for results to change, or, even in uncertain times, you realize that there will be love. There will be, okay? Now, for some of you, the Two of Wands has got a different meaning since we've been going through a major pandemic, for example. You may be waiting for the world to go back to some sort of normal before you can actually get yourself out there again, because it depends on where you're at in the world right now. Some places are still going through some difficult period. I mean, most places are, of course, but there's different restrictions around the world in different places, so it depends on where you're at. But the Two of Wands can mean you're waiting for the right moment, and that's okay. Have compassion. You don't need to rush this, okay? The Six of Swords is above you. So this means that you're actually, you went through a bit of a rite of passage where your faith was tested, okay? But it brought you to a greater understanding of what you want in relationships, what you deserve in relationships, and how you may have been settling for less, okay? So this is a transitional period where you're moving on to something better, okay? This card literally means I'm transitioning to something better. I'm making space. I'm actually guided out of tumultuous waters into a calmer setting here, and I'm grounding my emotions, okay? The Six of Swords is also about being protected by spirit. If there's any, if you felt rejection in the past, or a relationship did not go the way you'd hoped, or you never dreamed that you'd be single at this age, whatever age you are, it doesn't matter whether you're 95 or whether you're 22, it doesn't matter. If you envisaged and had an expectation that you would be with your divine counterpart by now, this is about releasing all expectation, because spirit is guiding you and they're bringing you to the person, and it will come in divine timing, okay? This is all about the journey. This card is literally about the journey. Now, some of you are actually going to be traveling, physically traveling, or exploring. If you're new to the neighborhood, I don't know why this is coming up, but if you're new to the neighborhood, you may be exploring out of your comfort zone, going to a cafe that you normally don't go to, or checking out the library. They're actually giving me the word library in the water. So it's really weird. Oh my gosh, I've never noticed that before. Now I'm going to have to, you know, when you see a word and you're like, is that how you spell the word? Even though you know it's spelled right, because Spirit, they don't think Spirit would spell it wrong. And you're like, I'm going to have to check that because it just looks weird. But they're showing me library, and they're really highlighting the beginning bit. It's like illuminated, and it's like Libra. That's crazy. I've never, anyway, so that's how they're putting it in the water for me right now. So either you work in a library, or you're just, I don't know, you've connected to a library, you're enrolled in a library or something like that, or you're going to meet this person in a library. I mean, please take it as it resonates. Watch everybody rush out to the library right now. But anyway, there's something about that. I mean, maybe it's again about books. This person's going to talk about, or you're going to talk to this person about a time traveling book or something like that, or documentary or something. Anyway, maybe it's this person's quite studious. Moving on, back to the tarot. The Six of Swords indicates, you know, Spirit is guiding you and protecting you. And I do feel like you're anchoring your emotions. You're learning not to give your all to somebody who is not reciprocating. You're learning to notice red flags. You've actually done a lot of learning, and there's been a lot of evolution that's gone on with your emotions as you move through the last couple of years, actually. And you will ground yourself in your emotions and get the love that you truly have been envisaging, that you've been hoping for, that you've been, you know, praying for, as it were. Now, the Six of Swords also, as I said, is a travel card. So some of you may be booking a vacation, or you may be actually, as I said, exploring your neighborhood, coming out of, you know, your usual patterns, your usual haunts, just exploring a little bit further afield. Some of you may be just moving out of town, or relocating in terms of your home. So there's definitely a movement happening here, which you may be a little bit anxious about, but it actually is taking you out of your comfort zone to meet somebody new. The Nine of Swords is an interesting one, because it can mean sometimes there's a little bit of worry, okay? Or you've had a little bit of like, you know, like 3 a.m. thoughts, where all of a sudden there's like a whole influx of emotion where you're like, oh, I can't believe that I'm not with the person I want to be with. I haven't met the person. Am I going to be alone? You know, all those thoughts just rushing on in all at once. They may come in, and, you know, you may feel powerless to stop those. And you may, you know, it's okay to let the tears out. It's okay to feel those things. We're all one consciousness. We all feel that way at some point. Okay. You know, humanity is like this bubbling cauldron of emotions, of people. That's why I always say raising people's vibrations, so that we can all raise the you know, the energy of the cauldron, so that it bubbles up. We affect other people. We also absorb other people's energy, you know. So just be mindful of, you don't have to feel bad when you're having those thoughts, those, you know, how can I put that? First of all, my guides want you to be aware of, if you could see yourself in the next couple of years with this person, you'd look back on the energy where you cried, or felt low, or felt like you were not good enough, or you felt like you were really alone. You'd look back on these times and say, oh, I wish I didn't waste my energy on that. I mean, we all go through emotions, and we have to resolve emotions within us, or let ourselves have personal growth through exploring those emotions. But they don't want you to dwell there, because there's something greater, something better on its way for you that you just cannot see yet. Okay, I'm just going to pull a card on that Nine of Swords. High Priestess. Source. Connect to source. They really want you to be aware. You're highly intuitive and highly sensitive, and that's okay to you know, have moments where you have a bit of a wobble, but they want you to be aware that love is not logical. Divine timing is not logical. It's normally when you feel really good about yourself, when you're confident and you're not looking for love, that love comes along and taps you right on the shoulder. Okay, look at that. Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles is a card of you not even realizing how beautiful you are, how attractive you are to people. If only you could see yourself through other people's eyes, but yet you see yourself through your own eyes, and you feel like there's something missing. The Nine of Pentacles tells me that you're turning heads again. Okay, there's basically three cards that represent beauty and, handsomeness. Again, male or female, not a gender specific reading. It's the Empress, it's the Nine of Pentacles, and it's the Queen of Wands. Okay, and those cards tell you, I mean, the Queen of Pentacles is beautiful as well as the Queen of Cups, but it's about attractiveness. Okay, so you are going to attract somebody into your energetic sphere. The Devil card in reverse, release the fear. Okay, because the Nine of Swords is a fear card. You're not bonded to your past. You're not going to experience what you've been experiencing in your past. The Devil card in the reverse indicates perhaps there's been some obsession that you need to let go of. Free yourself up. You are stable. Open yourself up to this vulnerability to receive love, but it's like, be open to receive it when it arrives, and it's coming pretty soon. Okay, I would say from about mid-May, you're going to be put in the right place at the right time to meet the right person. Okay, we got the Hangman, which indicates you're waiting, you're in limbo, but you're not just, as I said, twiddling your thumbs, sitting there. This is about you manifesting opportunities. This is about you sacrificing to the fact that you have to take action, for example. I know it sounds really weird because the Hangman is like you thinking things through, processing what needs to be done. And it's like surrender to the fact that, okay, there's no love opportunities around you at this moment in time, and you're really focused on your career. How can you make space to put yourself out there to meet somebody new? So the Hangman gives you that pause, that time to formulate ways to release restrictions or anything that's holding you back in life in order to find your happiness. Because normally, as you can see, this is like the grand unveiling, and behind there is the sun. So normally the Hangman has the sun behind his head because he's trying to find an alternative way to make himself happy. Okay, so I feel like you're seeing things from a different perspective. The Five of Wands actually tells me that there is going to be rivalry for your heart. The Five of Wands is challenge, okay? It means competition. So I do feel like there are going to be a couple of opportunities that come your way, but there's this one person in particular that you're going to be messaging heavily. Now the Five of Wands is actually, as you can see, there's like chess pieces there. So there's a couple of people on that chess board, and that figure has the choice between two. So that tells me this is the external environment, this is the universe, is going to send you a couple of options that you're going to be able to choose from. And there's one that gets closer to you than anybody has ever got close to you before, okay? So I do feel like you will have to make a choice. The Justice card is all about weighing up your options and making a decision that will affect your future in a major way, because it's a major arcana card, and you have been informed by past lessons, so you will know the right person to choose from. So whether this is a person from the past who resurfaces and you have to think about factoring whether you want to be with that person or not, and you're like, hell no, you want new, and you're choosing between that person and the new person, I feel like you're going for the new person because you're walking away from something here. The Eight of Cups, you're walking away from things that have not been emotionally stable, things that have not been emotionally fulfilling, and you're choosing to withdraw right now in order to find yourself, find what you want. And as soon as you put yourself first, the universe says, right, send in the divine counterpart. Libra is ready, okay? Hope and a fear, Eight of Wands, you just want to get moving. Eight of Wands is, you don't want to fall too fast, but equally, you don't want it to stall. Okay, the Eight of Wands indicates you will be talking to somebody new. This is a card of news arriving. There's quick changes. As soon as you meet this new person, it is going to be quite quick. I just got to say that because we've got double eight here as well. We're starting to get double numbers here. A lot of synchronicity. When you get the Justice card and the Wheel of Fortune, and especially with the World card as well, it means there's going to be a lot of synchronicity. There's going to be a lot of double numbers that you're going to see. I mean, you've got double 9 here, double 8. You've got double 5. So you're already getting those synchronistic numbers that show you things are about to change for you. And those numbers may actually be important. Double 9, double 8, double 5. I mean, it doesn't have to be in that order, but it's important is what they're giving me. The Eight of Wands indicates you're protected because we've got, again, the umbrellas. The umbrella means you're being protected by spirit. You're being elevated out of a difficult situation, a situation that may have stalled or kept you waiting. And whilst it's frustrating that you've been waiting for the one, now you're ready to receive the one because you're emotionally more grounded, you're more mature as well. The Emperor tells me that you've matured throughout your personal growth, so you're ready, okay? The fear is the wait. You're like, the anxiety comes from the wait. Why so long? Why do I have to wait X amount of years or months? Depending if you're months if you're lucky, but years if you're not so lucky. You know, it's all about personal growth, and also putting yourself in a scenario to meet the right person. I know a lot of people are going to shoot the messenger for that, but it keeps coming up in these readings. Now they're actually showing me an image of a t-shirt that I normally wear, a tee. It's a black one, it's got a heart, and it says now or never. Okay, now normally I would wear that for this this reading, but it's in the wash. So I'm wearing this one instead. But they're showing it to me right now. So I feel like it really is about launching yourself in when you're ready, of course, but you'll know the right time. The Eight of Cups indicates you're walking away from something. As I said, there is a withdrawal here. So that tells me that, you know, part of you may have given up on love or given up on seeking love. So, but actually what you've done is you've gone on a journey of discovery. The Eight of Cups is really a wonderful card of letting go and seeking a deeper meaning, a greater authenticity, seeing beyond the superficial and having that journey of discovery to see what it is you want, what makes you happy, you know, re-examining where you've been, where you're at right now, and where you want to go in life, and who gets to, you know, live in your energetic field with you. You're choosing a path that is right for you rather than the one that seems likely to sort of draw you into, or that you feel you should walk. You're walking a path for you that you've decided to walk. And what's really wonderful about this is you're being true to your heart because you've come as far as you can. And I feel you're now deciding what is it that makes you tick? What is it that you want? What is it that your heart needs? And the Eight of Cups, the figure walks away from everything that they've ever known because they're like, it's not fulfilling. It's not what I thought it would be. It's not what I expected. And they don't know where they're walking to, but they're walking straight into the Nine of Cups, which is a wish fulfilled, which is the happy ever after, which is, a wish come true, an achievement of desire. The universe, because you've had the strength to walk away from scenarios and people that did not give you what you truly deserved, that did not, invest in a relationship or emotions the way you did, the universe actually is proud of that and decides to give you an opportunity to be in the right place at the right time to meet fate, to meet a person that connects to your heart. The Wheel of Fortune here, as you can see, the heart is the first cog there. So it's all about working out what makes you tick, following your heart, and that's when the universe puts you in that right place to meet the new person, okay? The World card tells me that you're going to be in that right place in the right time. Because you got the Six of Swords and the World card, this could involve travel, or it could be a person that is from a different part of the world than you. But I feel with the World card, this is about you aligning yourself with what you've been trying to achieve all along, but you're not attached to the outcome. It's almost like you're seeing where life takes you, but you're following your heart, and life takes you right into your destiny, which is a new person. And this person is beautiful both inside and out. Now, I feel like there's a destined event, a destined happening in mid-May for you. Okay, I know we're in mid-April right now, but this is the very end of the energy, which tells me that fate intervened at the middle of May for you, okay? And you may be a little bit anxious and worried until then, but let's see what's happening. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Spirit Angels. Can you please guide the Lovers in the reverse, the Five of Wands in the reverse. Now this tells me that someone that you may have separated from tries to make good with you, tries to resolve an issue with you, tries to get harmony with you. So that is something that is coming up and was coming up earlier. But this is a singles love read, so we're not talking about that. But they are telling me that there is a small portion of energy here where people are going to hear from an ex, okay? Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Librans? What are they? Whoa, okay. I gotta go get those cards. That was quite explosive. Let's see what's coming up. One moment, please. Here we go. So we got the Nine of Swords, which is in the near future. And then we got the Ace of Swords, breakthrough, talking to somebody new. Okay. Nine of Swords, that's your near future. Okay. So we're still on the right energy field, which means you're going to be a little bit anxious, a little bit longer, like 4 to 5 weeks. And then you're going to be talking to somebody new. Ace of Swords is a breakthrough. It is, you know, an achievement. Swords represent, you know, communication, connection, and, you know, an honest, open sort of conversation with somebody. As you can see, we got victory wreaths there hanging from the crown. So your crown chakra is going to be completely like excited. It's going to be alive because this is, you just know that this is the person. Okay, the crown chakra is to know. So you are going to know that this new person that comes in is the person. It's going to be a meeting of minds. But also the Ace of Swords tends to be destiny and fate and bringing the law of karma to bring a powerful transformation. A lot of synchronicities. Things are going to happen with quite a lot of velocity when you meet this person. It's going to go quite quickly. It's going to be a bit of a whirlwind kind of energy where you're going to actually feel a little bit nervous, but in the good way. And also, this person, yeah, I keep getting this conversation, this conversation about time travel. It just keeps coming up. So look out for that because it's obviously important. With the Ace of Swords, this literally means triumphant breakthrough, okay? Triumphant breakthrough, or brilliance, that there is a meaningful coincidence that occurs between you and this person. So either it's that conversation about time travel, or it is a meaningful coincidence where both of you, for example, have, I don't know, a form in your hand. I don't know why this is coming, but this is what they give me. Like a form in your hand, and you've got like 99, 88, 55. And they've got 55, 99, 88. So same numbers, just in a different synchronicity. And you're like, huh, that's weird. There's going to be some sort of weird synchronicity between you and this person, a coincidence. It's not a coincidence. It's a sign. They want you to be aware it's a sign. Okay, so this person, I feel like they've got very strong air in their chart. Libra, they could be another Libran. They could be also a Gemini, Aquarius energy. I also feel like there's some Aries going on here as well. Little bit of Pisces, okay, little bit of Pisces in their chart. It doesn't mean they're sun, moon, or rising. It can mean that they've got those elements in their chart. I feel like this person's quite balanced actually in their chart, which means that they're perfect for you in terms of a harmonious relationship. But don't give up on love, okay? It's coming on in divine timing. Now I'm just going to give you a final, now they're actually showing me someone either eating something and coughing because it got caught in their throat. So if that's you, if you were like having a biscuit or you're eating something and it just got caught, lodged in your throat and you're coughing, there's something in this message for you, okay? Because I'm picking up on your energy. So again, it doesn't mean it's not your reading if it doesn't connect to you. It just means they want that person to pay close attention to the reading. So yeah, I'm not sure why I'm picking up on that, but anyway, I'll leave it like that. So first card we got here, I speak highly of myself. Know that you're worth it. There's nothing, it's all about divine timing, okay? There's nothing missing, my beautiful Librans. You're lovable, both inside and out. And it says here, safe, lovable, smart, unique, beautiful, free, worthy. You're worthy of this love that is coming on in. You're worthy of more love and care and affection than you've been experiencing in the past. It says, I can change my thoughts. Okay? I can change my thoughts. Very important. We've also got, I am blessed. And you certainly are, my beautiful Librans. Or you certainly will be, that's for sure. And we've got, I trust in divine timing. So because we got those two cards here, this is divine timing. This is a divine union. This is an emperor and an empress. Again, not gender specific, but this is about two divine counterparts coming together and knowing that they've met the one. So yeah, this person that you're going to meet, let me see if I can feel their energy. This person is quite fast-paced, very adventurous, very exciting, very passionate. This person may have their own business, or they're aspiring to have their own business. They may have two jobs, actually, is what I'm seeing here. They may have two jobs. One that is more like a hobby job where they get money from something that they really love doing, and the other one is a little bit more of a, stable job is what they're giving me. Oh, thank you so much. I'm sure grateful. They also said you will play chess with this person. Excuse me. You will play chess with this person. I feel like that's the physical chess, not mind games. Okay, that's what they're giving me. You will play chess with this person. So I'll leave it like that. Thank you so much for that, guys, great angels. So if you don't know how to play chess, I cannot believe what I just got. Libra, I close my eyes when I pick the trinkets, and of course you can't see me, so you do have to take my word for that, I'm afraid. But we got Pegasus and we got a horse. So you and this person, wow. Basically, I know Pegasus is not, it's a horse with wings, but there's literally two horses there. Okay, this is going to be quite a fast-paced relationship, as I said. Horses are very loyal, okay? And it may even mean that both you and this person have experienced similar situations in life where you've become very, very independent, very strong, very self-sufficient, and you don't give your hearts easily. So you and this person, I feel like you complement each other very well. The first trinket there is the horse. So this is, again, about loyalty. It's about being dependable, grounded, but also being wild, independent, and free. And that's very important about this connection. Okay, they want me to put it on the Wheel of Fortune. And I can't believe it. We got the other horse, which is the Pegasus with the wings there. Now, this particular Pegasus means destiny and fate. Intervening. This is about transcending, transforming, and quick, sort of lightning quick changes in your relationship status. I feel like you're going to be moving forward quite quickly with this person. A lot of synchronicities. Be mindful of numbers. They're very powerful forces at work there. But this is a real breakthrough when it comes to your single status. You won't be single for long, that's for sure. The Pegasus normally shows up on the Ace of Swords. They want it on the Wheel of Fortune, but it normally, whenever you see an Ace of Swords and it's got like a character on it, or for example, it actually, there's a lot of them that have Pegasus as an Ace of Swords, just so you're aware. Okay, so this is a real breakthrough in love. I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates in this reading for you. If you'd like to be in the chance to win a free personal reading, all you have to do is every morning be grateful for everything that you've received from the universe, and be grateful for everything that you have yet to receive. The more gratitude that you show the universe, it's like a cycle. The universe sends more opportunities for you to be grateful for. And in the comments box below, all you have to do is say, I have an attitude of gratitude, and I'll gravitate towards one lucky subscriber on the 28th of April, and I'll announce the winner's name in a video upload only. Also, if something resonated here, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is very important for me. Also, they're showing me a red balloon right now in the water, okay? So either you can see a red balloon either drifting by, or you've just been blowing up a red balloon, perhaps for someone's birthday or something like that, or you just drawn one, or you can see it in a photo or a painting or something like that. Red balloon, that's what I can see. Maybe that means that if you can't see one right now, maybe it means there's going to be a light playfulness to this relationship. It's about injecting more fun into your routine, as it were, feeling a little bit more lighthearted. So I'll leave it there. I mean, it could literally be a logo that when you meet this new person, it's on the billboard or something like that. So look out for a red balloon. I'll leave it like that. Thank you so much, my beautiful Librans. Love and light.